You're just another dude who came up short from Red Hook, and that's exactly what happened tonight. Hook came up short when he took on the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your AEW Dynamite review. Bit of a special one here. We're doing a live Dynamite review. Just finished watching the show. It is approximately 3:05 a.m. here in the UK, so we are absolutely buzzing to be awake at this time. We've been awake for almost, 20 hours now?
Oh yeah.
We're loving life. We got to be awake for like 18 hours and then watch AEW Dynamite, and we had to watch it on a shitey stream that wasn't HD, and it looked about 720p, but you know what, 720p I think's high enough definition for the crap that we had to watch. So with that said, let's get straight into it. We start with the TNT Championship, probably the most prestigious belt in this company, because honestly, Samoa Joe has just won the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and before that, I mean, it was being contested over fucking MJF and Adam Cole pretending to be bum buddies. So yeah, forgive me if I think the TNT Championship right now is a little bit more interesting than the World Heavyweight Championship. But Christian Cage defeated Dustin Rhodes, and it is what it is. Dustin Rhodes, look, I'm not going to criticise the guy. He might be a bit gay. He might be a bit of a weirdo. Bum buddy there. But
get your butt buddies today.
I think Goldust is a great character. I'm not going to take that away from him. I think Dustin Rhodes is a good wrestler. I think he's in great shape, and for his age, I mean, he can still put on a good match. I'm not denying that. But I think Dustin Rhodes needs to seriously think about just giving it up now. The natural Dustin Rhodes, it's just not got the same ring to it as Goldust. Yeah, he can put on a good match, a decent match, but are we supposed to care? I personally don't.
Nothing natural about his child, is there? No, there isn't, so let's move on. Nick Wayne met a Canadian destroyer on the outside, and he felt some pain. Pain! Watching this television product. But no, guess what, guys? It's alright. The Big Bang Theory was on before, and guess what? They were in the million club. The 7-digit club for all of 15 fucking seconds. You know what? Kicking off with Christian, they probably might have maintained it for a wee while, but they're in the red now, aren't they? They're done.
Aye, they're in the red. Dustin Rhodes is done. Look, I like the guy. He's alright, good wrestler, decent career. But, I mean, he should have probably called it quits when he and Cody had that feud. That was a good way to go out. Now he's just hanging around like a bad smell, claiming that he's desperate to win this title. He spent his whole AEW career chasing this title. I mean, it's a second-rate title. It's a mid-card title. I mean, for fuck's sake, if you're going to have aspirations, then why not chase the world title?
Yeah, you've never won it. Why not? Like, yeah, I mean, if you could go with the gimmick of, well, you know what, I've chased a world title for 35 years. You haven't chased this title for 35 years.
But the gimmick just sucks. The natural. Basically, what that tells me is, you're not getting a gimmick, you're not getting Goldust, you're basically getting everything about me stripped down to the pure natural person that I am, Dustin Rhodes. And I don't want Dustin Rhodes. I want Goldust. Or even Black Rain.
Black Rain.
But not this guy, alright?
Chocolate Rain.
Not Dustin Rhodes. Just a guy who comes out, half his face painted. Shite.
Can you imagine if he started coming out though and he wanted the world title and he said, what do you want to talk about? Damn, it would be painful.
Well, let's talk about Christian. Gets the win, 1, 2, 3. The Canadian Destroyer on the outside is just unnecessary. You know what, I've actually got a bone to pick with Dustin Rhodes. A lot of people have stolen that move off of Petey Williams, but he's one of the biggest culprits. Fucking hits the move about 10 times a match.
Yeah.
And like, what's the need to do it on the outside? Doing it on the outside should kill somebody.
Why didn't he do it 20 years ago? When he was a bit younger?
He's probably in better shape now than he was 20 years ago.
Imagine Black Rain doing this.
No, I just don't get it, man. A Canadian Destroyer to Nick Wayne to take him out the equation. A Canadian Destroyer should win a match, not fucking be a little move on the outside to stop someone from interfering.
I accept that. Out came one half of the Briscoe brothers. He then paid tribute to his fallen brother. The family was at ringside, and then he talked about how it's been a year since his brother died, and in the crash his nieces were told they might never walk again, but out they came, walking in all their glory, and then we had a wee tribute package here.
There was also some kid there as well. I don't know where he fit in. I don't know if that's maybe the son of Mark.
It might be here, right? But I'm not going to bury this, but I mean, it can't be your only gimmick. And let's not pretend, he's had a gimmick, and tonight's the night he's dedicated to his brother. He comes out every week.
Look, I'm glad that this guy is making a bit of money, and this guy can pay respect to his brother. Like, that's good. I'm glad that his brother's kids, his nieces and nephews, I'm glad that they survived, and they get to live on their father's memory. Like, that's good and all that stuff, but we got to be honest here. This guy is only in AEW because his brother died. And sooner or later, that's going to run thin. I mean, it's been running thin for a long time now. If Tony Khan wants to give him a job, then that's fair enough. But he can't just be the guy that's the remaining Briscoe. I think they need to do something else with him.
Yeah, it almost just seems like a cheap ploy to like get emotional involvement in the show. Like an attachment.
Like when Eddie Guerrero died, he can't just... You know, like Chavo and Ray, yeah, they wore the armbands and they were doing it for Eddie, but sooner or later, you do move on.
Aye, you do move on, but the reality is, we have to move on right now, because we're going to move on to the next segment, which of course was a match. It was the Almighty, not Bobby Lashley. It was Best Friends and Orange Cassidy, even though it was only actually two of them, taking on the tag team of Penta El Cero M, which is a great wee name, and Commander. Jobbers are us in this match. The Titantron with dogs and men holding hands is not doing it for me. And then the Titantron for these guys was just a fucking plain image of a burrito.
I absolutely despise Orange Cassidy. I fucking hate him. After the match, we have Roderick Strong come out. He's going to challenge Orange Cassidy. I thought he was going to challenge him to a match at Rampage, but he didn't. He challenged them to a match at Revolution, so these guys are going to have to wait 6 weeks to get it on. I mean, 6 weeks a build for a match that nobody wants to see. Makes perfect sense, Tony Khan. We also had Chris Jericho that you completely glossed over, and he said that he was going to face Evan Bourne or Matt Sydal on Rampage.
Or Dolph Ziggler from a certain angle.
Tonight. On Rampage, but Rampage obviously takes place this Friday, but it gets taped tonight, so Jericho kind of put his foot in it there.
He did, and Jericho, I don't know if he's been hitting the beds, the tanning beds, like, but I mean, he's a completely different shade of colour for most white people.
Maybe that's so people can't identify him as Le Sex Pest.
Le Sex Pest, I mean, he looks purple.
I think there's some heat on Jericho. I don't even get it, man. Like, he hasn't done anything wrong. Fuck it.
He's not done anything wrong, but here, he's not doing anything for me either.
He's not done a lot right in AEW, I tell you that. I mean, his initial run was no bad. Ooh, a little bit of the bubbly, but come on.
Release the hounds. I mean, release the Six Best.
It's been downhill for the past 2 years, I've got to be honest here.
It has been.
Bullet Club Gold defeated the Mogul Embassy for the AEW. I believe this was actually for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles. Now, Forbes.com is claiming it was for the AEW titles. I think it was for the Ring of Honor titles. So Bullet Club Gold win. And then we have the Acclaimed come out. They look at each other. I'm going to assume that we might get a title unification here because there's zero fucking need for 2 sets of 6-man belts on one show.
I really hope there is.
Well, I couldn't really care less, to be honest, but...
yeah, true, but I mean, I do not like a lot of belts on a show. It's awful.
Yeah,
No, actually, let's just talk.
This show could have 100 belts or no belts, I'm still not liking it.
They need to just scrap ROH and its involvement. I mean, like, back to the Briscoe Memorial segment, I mean, it's pretty much a fucking ROH tribute. Wasn't it?
Why not make Mark Briscoe the Ring of Honor World Champion? And then have Joe squash him. And that can be a send-off. Down, out, down, down.
No,
down, down.
It's incredible. No, but see when WWE bought WCW and ECW, right? That would be like... Who's a jobber tag team for that era?
Chronic.
Right. Say they bought WCW and one half of Chronic died, but they were actual real brothers. Would WWE push the remaining brother to the fucking moon, and then the next year in 2002, it's the build-up for Mania 18, Rock versus Hogan? We don't want that. We don't want that segment. We don't want the NWO or Austin, Hall, etc. Triple H against Jericho. You know what we want? We want one half of Chronic coming out talking about his fucking brother and what they did in the dying days of WCW. Fuck off, man. It's pish. Fucking moving on.
Deonna Purrazzo defeats Anna Jay. Can't really talk too much about this match because Deonna Purrazzo... I'm pretty sure her name's... Is it not Deonna Purrazzo? I don't know who does the writing here for Forbes.com, but I think they fucked up this.
This is who does the writing for Fog Red. You know what? This was the best part of the show for me. I actually thought Toni Storm was the best part of the show.
No, I think Toni Storm's alright.
And the match was alright, because they actually got... They were throwing shoes at each other.
That was after the match.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It was entertaining, the segment and match. That best part of the show.
The match was alright.
Aye.
That was after the match.
No, what I would say is, it did go too long, because Anna Jay's a jobber, and like, this person's just debuted. I mean, like, what's the fucking need to go 10 minutes?
Is she? If she's just debuted, then isn't she a jobber too? By that logic?
No, she's like the 5th best person in TNA.
So a jobber then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, I don't really care. Toni Storm, decent wee gimmick or whatnot. Private Party then defeated Top Flight in a match that nobody was interested in. Then in the main event...
Oh, we heard from Swerve Strickland earlier on.
Aye, we heard from Swerve Strickland.
Madman Adam Page.
Adam Page. Fuck off.
Not every backstage interview... You talk about WWE... They do a bit more backstage. AEW is either Shivani, who's homesick, by the way, hope he gets better, or Renee Paquette. I actually think Renee Paquette is one overrated bastard when it comes to interviewing. Same old fucking pish. Honestly, garbage. Main event time, let's talk about it. Hook nearly died.
Can you string a sentence without swearing, actually?
No. When I'm pissed off, I swear. Get the swear jar out.
Yeah, way bad. Samoa Joe defeated Hook by submission. This match, I say he defeated him. He kind of buried him. He also put him through the announce table neck first as well, which was pretty nasty. And then, how did they follow up? Big power bomb on the ring apron, because that's what AEW do. So, yeah, Hook looked as if he could have been genuinely hurt here, because it was a nasty incident. And, yeah, the back of your neck and upper back area is just not supposed to bounce off the announce table like that, but it did. Hook got back in the ring. Samoa Joe lifted him up, muscle buster, 1 kick out. I mean, why the fuck is Hook kicking out at 1? I don't get it. The guy's literally just been neck first put through the announce table, then power bombed on the apron, and then Samoa Joe hits him with his finisher, and the guy's kicking out at 1.
It's ridiculous.
Well, why? Then Hook comes back, hits a couple of clotheslines, locks in a submission of his own, but he couldn't really get it locked in. Samoa Joe kind of countered it. Then Samoa Joe locks in the Kikita clutch, and Hook passed out. During the match, TAZZ took his earphones out or his headset off because he didn't really want... They were trying to do an emotional thing here with TAZZ, and... wouldn't it be... Could TAZZ not have got in the ring?
Yeah.
Couldn't... I would have TAZZ try and defend his son or something, or... Surely Samoa Joe could have locked in the Kikita clutch on TAZZ.
I like TAZZ, but going for the emotion gimmick doesn't really work on commentary for him. He didn't do a good job.
I think there's commentators that could do it, but not TAZZ. TAZZ is the kind of guy that would actually get up and step in there.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and probably should have.
I think that would have been more interesting, rather than have Hook get back in the ring and kick out at 1 after a muscle buster. Why not just have, like, maybe Hook not get back in the ring, the match ends, and Samoa Joe's not happy with that. He's not finished yet, and he throws Hook back in the ring. He's ready to do more damage, and then TAZZ gets up and tries to protect the son.
Anyway, though, how will Hook ever recover from this? It's now 29-2. What an awful record.
29-2, buddy. The big old 2. Anyway, guys, 2 is what I'm going to rate this show. So, yeah, 2 out of 10. Wasn't great, but the title matches were alright. I mean, Hook got destroyed by Samoa Joe, and that's probably the way it should go, but there's no reason for this guy to kick out at 1. And Christian first and Dustin Rhodes was alright. You know what? Toni Storm's pretty entertaining. Other than that, though, nothing really positive.
Young Bucks, those megastars.
Yeah, Young Bucks said that when they're retired, whenever everything's said and done, they'll be mentioned in the same light as Sting, and I'm going to call bullshit on that one. Yeah, I'm sticking with my rating, 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10, I'm going to agree with that. It's sad that Sting will be gone in a couple of weeks' time, and That's it. Like, this is his legacy.
Yeah,
Nothing.
not great.
The Young Bucks with fucking pedo stashes
Could have stayed in WWE, had a WrestleMania match or two.
against the Taker.
Yeah, well.
I like AJ Styles, but imagine Sting against Taker in that cinematic match.
Buried Alive cinematic match.
Oh,
Why not?
Would've
Do
been
it,
epic.
book it. But nah, didn't happen. Anyway, guys, that is it. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.